14th of December, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Welcome back, Lou.
Thank you, Rabbi. No Phil today, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, that's why Phil's not here. He has to take care of the grandkids.
Oh, is that what he said? Oh, good. I'm glad he's doing that. We're going to see ours tonight.
Oh, good.
Roy, are you there?
Okay.
All right, so we got a donkey here.
Yeah, this is quite a Gemora over here.
Yeah, sure is.
And the understanding of the connection between the case of the donkey of Reb Safra and the donkey of the rescuer is quite intriguing.
So it would seem that he's saying that this donkey that was going to be fed to the lion became hefker. It wasn't owned by its owner anymore because it was designated for the lion. And this man was obligated to do his part, to pay his part of the tithe, so to speak, which is feeding each person feeding a donkey to the lion. So now when the lion doesn't eat it, I think the logic is that it's a gift from Hashem. Hashem performed a miracle and made the lion not hungry. And so now the man sees it as a gift from Hashem, so he quickly claims it.
Okay. And what is this? And so what's the connection between that story and the ruling of our in our case with the question that was put to Rav? What happens if he goes and he goes down to save the other one's animal, and his animal appears?
So it says, Mishamaya Rachimo Ale. So that's I'm interpreting that as it's a gift from heaven. So just as the lion not eating the donkey was a miracle, which we're calling a gift from heaven, so the donkey not drowning in the flood is a miracle that is a gift from heaven. So since in the case of the lion, he gets his donkey back, so that's a raya that here too, he should get his donkey back.
Okay, so in other words, what we wanted to know, the question that Reb Kahana was put to Rav was, would the owner of the saved donkey, would he need to pay the saver for the fact that he went ahead and ignored the fate of his donkey and went to go and save the other one's donkey. So in this case, we see, in any case, he got his donkey back. So maybe we say that he doesn't have to pay him in that case. Because he doesn't have to pay it. But
parallel to the lion case is that the owner of the donkey that was not eaten had an obligation to give that donkey. So now, theoretically, the others could claim from him, give us the value of the donkey because you had an obligation to pay it and you didn't pay it. So that's the parallel. That no, they do have to pay him. They do. He does get to keep what would have been his payment.
Okay, so the parallel between the cases is the parallel. Let's see. Do we have any Rashi to read over here?
Good question. Min Shemaya Rachimo Alav.
What is that?
Should I read that?
Oh, yes, I've got that.
Yeah, well, that's on it's on Kuf Tes Zion, right?
Yeah. It's 116A3, right?
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, the Rashis are on every page.
Min Shemaya Rachimu Alei.
The Ahav lay Dami, and he gave to him the value Ke'ilu mace, as if it died. In other words, Hashem gave to the owner of the donkey that wasn't eaten the value of the donkey as if it had died.
I don't think that's the pshat over here. I don't think we're talking about Hashem giving over here.
There's a note.
And I'll tell you why. Because Hashem doesn't have anything to do with giving it to him Ke'ilu he was based.
Well, what does it mean when it says Min Shemaya?
Well, this is what I was saying, that Rashi's not Rashi is explaining to us what the first thing we have to know is that Rav Kahana asked Rav a question. What's the din in this case when this guy goes down to save the other guy's donkey and he leaves his own donkey to drown? And then it comes up, his donkey comes up. What's the din? Meaning, does the person have to pay for the donkey like he promised that he was going to do? And Rav's answer to that, his response to that, is a rather curious response, which we don't really know what to make out of that response. Yet Rav says, Mishamayim Rachimule. From Shemayim, they had mercy on him. Okay, that's very nice. But how did you answer the question, Rav? So Rashi's explaining that what Rav was doing was answering the question. He was answering the question, and the answer is v'ahible dummy, and the guy is going to have to pay him the money ke'ilu that it was mace, ke'ilu that his animal died. Why does he have to pay him? Why does he have to pay him? Because that's what Rav was saying. Rav was saying the reason why he's got to pay him is because this that he got the animal back was a matana, was a gift from Shemayim that he got it back. But it's not relevant to the agreement that was made between them. It doesn't undo the agreement that was made between them. The agreement was that if the guy is going to go down and save the other guy's donkey, and he's going to ignore his own donkey and let his own donkey drown, and he says, you know, I'm going to do that for you. You got to reimburse me for my donkey. And so Rav is saying, yeah, he's going to have to reimburse him. Why? Because the circumstances under which he got the donkey back, that was Mina Shemayim. That was Hashem's gift to this saver. But that doesn't undo the obligation of the first person to pay him according to the agreement that they made between them. The fact that he got it back was an outside thing. In other words, the fact that he got the donkey back didn't mean that he didn't do what he was supposed to do in order to get reimbursed for the loss of his donkey. And that's similar to the case of Reb Safra. Reb Safra gave his donkey on his night that he was supposed to feed the lion. He did what he was supposed to do. And if the lion doesn't eat it, so then that was like Hashem's matana to Reb Safra. That was Hashem's gift to Reb Safra. Reb Safra, meaning that what? Reb Safra did what he was supposed to do, so he's not obligated to the other people in the caravan. He doesn't have to. They can't claim anything from him. They can't claim any part of this animal. This animal belongs to Reb Safra. Hashem gave him this matana. You want to say, if they'll say, oh, but you're gonna have to give an animal tomorrow night because you didn't really give your animal tonight. So well, I offered the animal to the lion. The lion didn't eat it. What more am I supposed to do? Well, but he didn't eat it. Yeah, but that was a matana. Hashem gave me a matana. But he did what the agreement between all of them was to offer the animal to eat. That's what they're required to do. The animal doesn't eat it. That's a matana mina shemayim that Hashem gave to Reb Safra, but it doesn't undo the obligation that Reb Safra fulfilled. He fulfilled his obligation. So too over here, the matzil, he fulfilled his obligation in order to get his reimbursement. He ended up getting the animal back miraculously. Oh yeah, that was Hashem's matana to him. But it doesn't undo the fact that there was an agreement between these two people, and he did what he was supposed to do according to the agreement. He ignored the welfare of his own animal, which was basically saying that I'm prepared to to relinquish my ownership of this animal, and in order to go and save your animal. So he did that. And he told him, if I'm going to go and do that for you, you got to reimburse me for my animal. So he's got to do that, because he did what he did. He did what should obligate the guy to give him for the animal. He got the animal back. That was Hashem's present to him. Okay. Oh, now there's an interesting Tosfos over here. Oh, 1 second. We have to go. This is not the end of the story. It's not the end of the story. We are up to Amalei Rav Achami Difti. Rav Achami Difti is one, two, three, 4 lines from the bottom of the page. Actually, it's the last word of the 5th line from the bottom of the page.
116A4, the right hand, left hand. Rav Safra's action is questioned.
Okay. Roy, you want to read?
Amar le Rav Acher Lecha Medif T Ravina Lama le Miska le Rav Achi of Difti said to Ravina, why was it necessary for Rav Safra to reacquire his donkey? Okay. I don't know what's going on. Sorry. Sorry. Hello? Nothing. All right. Anyway, so Rav Achav Difti said to Ravina, why was it necessary for Rav Safra to reacquire his donkey?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah, because the Gemora makes a point and says before Rav Acha spoke that that Rav Safra, Kodem Rav Safra was Zochibeh. The Gemara relates as part of the story that Rav Safra was Kodem. He hurried to go and acquire the animal. Sounds like he did not own the animal. So what do we make of that? Rav Achami Difti has a comment about that.
Nahi, granted, that he abandoned his donkey to the lion, still it should not have been necessary for him to reclaim it.
Adaita de kule alma loy atkere. Even though he was mafker the animal to make it available for the lion to eat it. But was he mafkir the animal completely? Was he relinquishing all ownership interest over this animal? Was he mafkir the animal that anybody in the world can come now and take this animal away?
What says here?
No,
that-
not at all. That's the implication of Rav Safra. Not Rav Safra, Rav Acha. Rav Acha Midifti.
He did not abandon it. So why should he now require it? So Ravina gives an answer. Will I read Ravina's answer saying, on my lay,
Let's take a look at the Rashi first.
where's the Rashi?
Oh, actually, we have two Rashis over here. Levinu, we didn't read this Rashi yet. This goes. This is from the beginning of the story with Rav Safra. Kihoda Rav Safra, Havika Ozil b'Sharasa. The Rav Safra was going with the group of people on a journey. Sharasa is a caravan. Then it says Lavinu Hahu Ari. There was a lion over there who was accompanying them. That self sounds like rather a big nace. So let's see what Rashi says about this Levinu.
You want me to read now?
Yes, please.
Nischaver Are Vayhi Mishamer Behamosihem Mius Velis team. So he was a friend to them. Nischaver is a friend.
Yeah, but how here it doesn't mean that the lion made friends with them. It means that chaber also means to connect. So he became connected to them. Imahim Ari. A lion became connected to this group.
And he guarded them.
Vahaya Mishamer, yeah.
Vaha see him, and Mosi is like Motzi.
The root of the word is the behema. Behemosehem is their animals.
He guarded their animals from bandits.
Mechayos, from wild animals.
Oh, from
and from listing.
And bandits.
Yeah, but behema generally means a domesticated animal. An animal that, right, you could have a horse or a donkey, domesticated animal. And so the Ari became connected to them. I guess Hashem told the Ari to go over and protect them, and the Ari did that, and he would travel with them. And what was his function? If you have a lion over there in the caravan over there, you're not going to have robbers going around there and trying to take things, because they don't want to get devoured by a lion. And the same goes for wild animals. So the Ari was the guard that guarded their animals from being stolen or devoured.
Right.
Sort of quite a miraculous story over here. Okay, so that's that. And then we have the story. It was Rav Safra's turn to they all made agreement that we got to feed this Ari. We have to keep him happy. So every night they would shadar le chamra dechad minayu v'ka'ochil. So that was the custom. Night after night after night after night, the Ari was given a behema by one of the members of the caravan, and he would eat it. So he had a meal every night, every day, whenever it was that they gave it to him. And then it says Kimata Zimni de Reb Safra, when it became Reb Safra's turn to give to feed the Ari. Shadar le chamra. He sent him a chamra, a donkey. V'lo achle, didn't eat it. And at that point that he didn't eat it, cut him Reb Safra. Reb Safra hurried over and claimed his donkey back. So it makes it sound like Reb Safra held that the donkey was in fact Hefker, and he was coming over there and being Zocha in that animal, which anybody could have been Zocha in. And he came over and was Zocha in it first before anybody else came over there. Kadam. He preceded everybody else to be Zocha in this animal now. So that's the question now. Was this a real and true hefker, act of hefker over here that Reb Safra did when he offered the animal to the Ari? So Reb Acham Difti says, he questions Reb Safra's conduct. Why did he need to do like that? He didn't need to do like that. Why did he not need to do like that? Because the hefker that he did was not a real complete hefker. A real act of hefker means that you're mafkir this animal, and anybody in the whole world can come and now take it. That's hefker. But Rav Achami Difti says that's not what Rav Safra was doing. He was just offering this animal to lion if the animal was going to eat it, just like he did every other night. But he wasn't mafkir the animal. And so, according to that, why did he have to run over and claim it as though it didn't belong to him? Oh, and now let's take a look at the next Rashi. Actually, Kadam Reb Safra. This is before of Achami Difti's comments, and so Rashi is explaining the action of Reb Safra as we see it in its proper sequence over here. Before the question of Reb Acha, did he really need to do that? See how Rashi explains it. Kadam Reb Safra.
Kodem Rev Safra. Rev Safra went quickly. Kodem she yachzik bahen asar achar sheharei ha hefker haya. He went quickly to return it after that he saw that it was Hefker.
he was Kodem. Reb Safra was Kodem. He was the first there to. He was the first one. He was the first one, meaning, says Rashi, Kodem sheyaksik acher, before someone else would come to take claim of the animal. Sharei hefker,
because it was ownerless, so anybody could have done it. So he went
right?
so quickly because he didn't want somebody else to grab it.
Yeah, why else would Reb Safra have been so zealous to be the first one to get over there and acquire it? If it wasn't for the fact that anybody could have done that. If it belongs to him, he doesn't need to he doesn't need to run over there. He can walk over, like a Rosh Hashiva, or he won't even have to go walk over there at all. Everybody knows that it belongs to Reb Safra. No, he ran over to claim it before anybody else got there. And so it sounds like Reb Safra himself held that it didn't belong to him, and he was reclaiming it from Hefker. And that's the way Rashi explains it, because that's what we think. That's what we think at that point. But then Rav Achim B'Tifti challenges this. He says, was it really an act of Hefker that Rav Safra did when he offered the animal to the lion? He offered the animal to the lion. He made the animal available to the lion, but he didn't make the animal available to anybody else in the world. That's not a real Hefker. So really, in truth, Rav Acha is tining that nobody could have gone over there and claimed that animal away from Rav Safra. It belonged to Rav Safra. The whole time it belonged to him. On that, the Gemora. Oh, now we could pick up with Roy. What's the response of Ravina to this challenge of Rav Acha? Omar Lei.
He said to Rav Acha Tifti, strictly speaking, Rav Safra had no need to acquire it again. Rav Safra, the Rav.
The Rav Chodemil Sehuda Abin.
The Rav, the Chor, the Milsa, who the Avad. Rav Safra did this only as a precaution.
Yeah, the Rav Chodemilsa is a hard expression to translate. It's an expression. It describes a situation where someone does something that wouldn't be required to do, but it's l'Rav Chodemilsa for just as a revach, like icing on the cake, so to speak. It was icing on the cake what Rav Safra did. Really, he did not need to run over there and claim it. It belongs to him. No one can get it from him. But he didn't want to have to discuss the matter with anybody else. so he ran over there and got it so that nobody else would get there and try to make a claim against him that in fact they have a right to do so. That's why Rav Safra ran over there. Okay. Got another Rashi over here. Rav Chodemilsa. Lou, one more Rashi for you.
Okay, let's see. The Ravcha, the Ravcha de Milsa.
Yeah.
Hello, yeah. Aror, bidavar. I don't know what aror is.
A protest. A challenge.
Oh, so there wouldn't be any there wouldn't be any protest from any of the other members of the caravan saying that's my donkey.
Right, because if somebody else is going to go over there and grab it, so everybody knows, you don't have to be a lawyer. Possession is 9/10 of the law. So if they got it, they got it.
Right.
And that would and Reb Safra wasn't interested in having to protest and challenge the person's rightful possession of his donkey. Didn't want to get into all of that. So therefore, he just initiated a seizure of the animal before anybody else. So now then people are less likely to start up with him about the matter, because he's got it in his possession now anyway. Okay. Now I have a question. I'll leave you with a question over here. We're out of time, but I'll leave you with a question. According to what the Gemora is now saying, Rav Safra wasn't mafkir the animal. Now we were saying in the case of the rescuer of our Mishnah in Bava Kama, that according to Rashi's explanation, that was the whole foundation of the obligation of the other owner of the expensive donkey to pay him. And here we see in this case of Reb Safra, which is supposed to be the source for the ruling of Rav, that the Gemora is accepting the fact that Reb Safra never was really mafkir the animal. So if so, does that undo the answer that we gave? That the owner of the expensive donkey has to pay the owner of the less expensive donkey that saved his donkey? In other words, the cases are not 100% analogous. Okay.
Good question, Rabbi. I have to think about that.
Okay.
Okay.
This is
All
a
right.
very I like this. This is a great Gemara.
Yeah, it is. The Shachavatari is very interesting.
Very, very.
Have a
Baruch
good
Hashem.
see you tomorrow at 10:30.
10:30 tomorrow. Bez Hashem.
All right.
Thank you. See you
Have a
later.
good day, boys.
Lichten Chanukah. Good day.
Mine.